What is up, you bunch of damn Andrettis? This is OBB, the diecast news guy, and welcome everybody to another INDYCAR diecast review. And today, this is on a diecast that I literally cannot remember when I picked this car up. It was somewhere in Indianapolis, or I got it from a friend during my time at the Indy 500, which, if you guys aren't aware, coming this Sunday is the Indy 500 along with the Coast 600. So I hope you guys have been enjoying these diecast reviews. It really means a lot to me. But today we're going to be starting the diecast review on a car that is pretty rare, and I did have the privilege of getting this car autographed as well. It is on the, well, how does the theme go? That's all I can say because of copyrights. Damn you, Lucasfilm and Disney. But this is on Marco Andretti's 2008 Indianapolis 500 car that he also raced at the Milwaukee Mile. But as you guys can see, this is what an appropriate sponsor to have at the Indy 500, guys. You got the one and only Harrison Ford's Indiana Jones on the Indy 500 at the Indy 500. So you can see this car is really cool, and you can see this is when Blockbuster was sponsored by Marco Andretti at the time. So they also do have a Clones War car, which I do actually have right there. By the way, that's my IndyCar collection. I know I'm teasing you guys with all this stuff, but collection videos coming soon. But really cool, guys. I really do like the vibrancy of this. And Greenlight Collectibles, man, they just know how to create a cool looking packaging. But it's supposed to represent, what was it, like Indiana Jones 4, I believe? As you guys know, the 5th one is coming out soon, but I think this is the one on the Kingdom and the Crystal Skull, which, we'll be talking more about in a second. There's a very baby-faced Marco Andretti looking very determined. That's a face of a guy who probably should have won the 2006 Indy 500. And there is all the licensing if you guys want to see that, because otherwise don't want to get sued by Greenlight Collectibles. But anyways, let's start this diecast review, the official unboxing of the Marco Andretti 2008 Indianapolis 500 car. And alrighty, guys, we got this diecast out of its box, and yeah, as you guys can see, this is a really cool looking livery that we got right here for the Andretti Green racing machine driven by Marco Andretti. It's got like a nice little, it kind of reminds me of like a very vintage Sunset, you know what I mean? But looks really cool. But you can see right there, as we got ourselves, looks like probably some sort of tire puncture or something right there. You can say those Firestones aren't definitely built to last. But it's just a diecast, guys. But really good job by Granite Collectibles. And you can see this thing definitely looks like it came from 2008, because you see, the decals are a little pixelated, but can't complain about, quality what was, like 10 or 20 years ago. So if I could do math right. But really cool. So yeah, Marco Andretti started this car, I think, not on the front row, but he did finish third at the Indy 500 with this car. And I think he started in the top 10, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, I mean, but what's really, let's just say this car is a little controversial. And no, I'm not talking about the movie. I mean, I'm just going to say that, yeah, I mean, I'm not really the biggest fan of Indiana Jones, but I did saw the film, Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, and apparently from what I heard, the fridge scene is probably one of the most, I don't know what to describe that scene. All I can say is that you can just throw any kind of logic out the window now, because, yeah, if you guys know what I'm talking about, just look up the fridge scene from Indiana Jones' Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, and you'll thank me later for that. But we're not here to be a movie critic. We are here to be talking about the diecast, and I will say, this thing definitely looks like it got punctured in the wall, because, remember why I said why this car is kind of controversial? Well, 2008 was a damn good year for the Andrettis, which, if you guys don't know, that's Andretti Autosport now, but before then was Andretti Green. So coming into the 2008 Indianapolis 500, of course, the Andretti Green Racing was, they were, all their cars were fast, guys, with Kanaan, Hideki Muto making his first Indy 500, Marco's making his third Indy 500, and this is the first ever Indy 500 that we had with the reunification with IndyCar. So definitely was cool, especially seeing Marco and Rahal, competing, and that's still a thing that we have until now. So, you guys did heard the news about that. Yeah, Graham Rahal is racing the Indy 500, taking over Stephen Wilson's ride, so that's pretty cool. But hopefully Stephen Wilson's going to have a good recovery. As getting back to this car, guys, the reason why this car is so controversial, and not because of the movie, it's because Marco Andretti, let's just say, he made a nice little, it came down to like the closing laps, I think, of the race, I think, or halfway there. So, and all I'm going to say is, he pissed off this fan favorite, Tony Kanaan. So apparently, for what I saw, as this is a random side-by-side comparison, but this car is controversial. So if you are a Tony Kanaan fan, you are not going to like this car one bit, as this car has a shifting suspension. I guess that's trying to mean something. Hey, I'm going to turn you, Kanaan. But what happened, I guess, Marco Andretti was trying to make a move, like coming into the exit of turn 3, right out of the short chute. And there just wasn't enough room. There was not enough room, and Kanaan got lost in the marbles, and he got collected in the wall. It was just something that was just, it just happened right on the spot. Even the announcers just saw like what the hell happened. I mean, heck, I think even Scott Goodyear actually had a reaction for once up in the commentating booth. But yeah, that just was not great. You know, I mean, I mean, give or take, this was his third 500, but still, though, guys, I mean, Marco Andretti had a lot of hype going on, and, that hype kind of died down when you wreck one of the fan favorites, which was Tony Kanaan. This is way before he got his first Indy 500 win, but yeah, the Andretti curse is still a thing, guys. It is still a thing, and 2006 is probably what, has kind of continued it. Do I think Marco Andretti will ever get that Indy 500 win? Do not know, man. I mean, I don't really trust the reliability of Andretti Autosport, especially these last few years. They've been, not really the best team. I still think a Ganassi or a McLaren is probably going to win this race, to be honest with you guys. But, and another reason why this car is also controversial is that he raced this car the week after at the Milwaukee Mile. And Marco Andretti, again, got himself into some controversy. All right, so, yeah, I just thought it was really cool that he brought the scheme back, but as you guys can see, this is the other car that he pissed off, and that's Ed Carpenter. So there was a crazy crash that happened with Marco Andretti. I guess he was trying to make a move. I don't know. Like he might have got lost in the marbles or something coming off into one of the turns at not Iowa, but the Milwaukee Mile, and it collected Ed Carpenter with a really vicious hit, and then the number 4 AJ Foyt car of Vitor Meira actually went upside down, I think for like a few seconds as I'm trying to pop the suspension back. Wish it was that easy, but you can definitely tell this car has had some age to it. But if you guys are out in the market to find a cool diecast like this, I would probably recommend getting it, guys. Just hopefully you guys don't get a diecast that has literally like a bent suspension, as I'm showcase diecast murder on this channel. But that's the thing about this IndyCar diecast, guys. You got to be very, very gentle with these cars. As look at that, even the wing is also starting to come off. So this thing almost have life support, just like Shia LaBeouf's career. Just kidding. All right, I didn't think this was gonna be a roasting session, but my only thing I got to say is that I wish there would be a driver figure in here, but that was only available in the 118s because it does look pretty empty in there, just like my soul. But and also Blockbuster as well. But still is a really cool car, guys, and I would probably recommend picking it up if you guys can find it at any of your diecast dealers. And also check out Gearheads, which is located right at IRP. Like if you guys are going to be at Indianapolis this week, especially for the Carbonite Classic, it's a great diecast dealer that I recommend checking out. They're open on Thursday and Fridays, and who knows, you might actually find something like this probably at that dealer. But for now, this has been OBB, the Diecast News Guy. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time on another IndyCar Diecast review. And, yeah, Indiana Jones, baby. I gotta go find me my rope.